on arrival. Alright, 10 flight, 62, 1096.
My role is I'm the field training coordinator, and what that entails is, first of all, we do like a use of force and firearms portion, which is about 40 hours in 1 week. And after that, we get into another 40-hour week where they will go over like the computer systems, how to work the body cameras, the squad cameras, how to set up your squad. We will run through things like DUIs and how to do that process, just because it's a very in-depth process, and work on some more of the paperwork aspects of the job so that they at least have somewhat of a foundation before they actually hit the road. And as far as the use of force and firearms, that you're getting into qualifying on their sidearm, their squad rifle, less lethal shotgun, and working on some ground fighting techniques, and also all the equipment on your belt, such as the taser, your AS baton, your chemical agent, handcuffing, even de-escalation techniques. So from that point on, then as the coordinator, I meet with them on a weekly basis to see how their training's going, and we throughout the whole process, it's kind of checking in a lot, checking in with the field trainers, seeing how things are going, adjusting the program to better train that officer so that they can be successful.
I'm the Administrative Services Sergeant, and so I have a couple different roles. One is I'm responsible for managing our internal training program, so I have direct responsibility for organizing all of our training. That includes our new hire training and our in-service and ongoing training programs. I also participate as an instructor. I've been an instructor for many years. Well, the primary goal is we want to make sure that they're going to be as effective as possible as police officers for the Blaine Police Department. Each organization, each local police department, state agency, county agency has their own approach to how their community needs to be served. And so not only are we concerned about teaching them the skills to safely and effectively work as police officers in general, we also need to instill in them the fundamental objectives and goals of the organization.
I started as a police explorer, grew up in Fridley, so started as a police explorer when I was in high school. Became a community service officer at Fridley and Blaine. Became a police officer at Fridley in 2003, and then came to Blaine. I grew up in the area, and so I think just growing up in the area, there's a part of me that wants the community to be as healthy as it can be. A little more about me, I guess. I ride motorcycles. I'm very active. I like snowboarding. I like dirt biking.
I've been a police officer for 23 years. Besides my career in law enforcement, I'm a military veteran. I was in the Naval Reserve for 10 years. And during my time in the Navy, I was also a use of force and firearms instructor during my service. I'm married. I have 2 teenage kids, which take up a lot of my time, especially with activities. But when I do have time, I'm a big fan of fishing and deer hunting. Do those activities, as well as basically just hanging out with my family. That's a really important thing for me, spending that time. Well, I've always felt that I wanted to be part of something that was bigger than me. And I think that led not only to my interest in law enforcement, but also in my interest in serving in the Navy.
After a few years of being an officer, it's something that I really became passionate about. And the more I did it, the more I enjoyed it. And I think that getting to be at the sergeant level, doing this is really the goal that I had set for myself. And I'm really actually enjoying what I'm doing now and having that first contact with new officers and training them the way I believe this department wants to see officers being trained and developing that once they get on their own.